So the very first question goes by the name, remove all adjacent duplicates in the string. Okay, so first let's go through the problem statement. The question says that you have been given a string which is consisting of only lowercase English letters. Okay, so the question is, to remove adjacent duplicates or adjacent duplicates characters in a string. Just give me a second to load this out again. So you have been given an input string S, right? And it only consists of lowercase English letters. That means the only possible characters in the string are total 26 from A to Z. Okay. Now a duplicate removal basically means that if a string, let's say, has a lot of characters, right? Removing duplicate character means that there will be same character at the adjacent positions. Okay. And you have to basically remove it. And you repeatedly have to remove duplicates until and unless there is no, I would say, duplicate left in the string. Okay. And the final string that you create after removing all duplicates is the string that you need to return. For example, if it is A, B, B, A, C, E, right? First, you will see that this and this are duplicate. So if you remove this, the leftover string is A, C, A. And then this is also a duplicate. So you remove this as well and you get removed with CA. That is why the final output for this string is going to be CA.
So before moving forward in the video, I would like to tell you about the brand new offering of Algocamp, which is the Lambda 5.0 course. So this is the 5th iteration of the flagship advanced backend development course with Node.js, but this time it's bigger and better. This time Algocamp has introduced a lot of new projects. The whole ecosystem is going to be more AI powered. There are projects including Lovable Clone, your own AI fitness tracker, own AI interview planner and interview prep, I would say, tool. There is some deep engineering concepts around distributed transaction, using which you're going to make a payment system or a payment wallet system altogether. There's going to be a workflow manager project. You're going to try to understand how exactly you can use the concepts of, let's say, CDC in order to implement different projects. A lot of deep technical projects and deep technical understanding you are going to get. This particular course is going to focus on making sure that you understand the system architectures and deep system concept that a lot of senior engineers are always involved with, and try to make projects on top of that. You are going to see actual scaling strategies, replication strategies, how you can make sure that your system is fault tolerant, and concepts around, let's say, Kafka, concept around Redis and whatnot. There is so many different projects that are actually added, including a WhatsApp system, something like a Netflix-like system, a Twitch-like system, a lot of AI-powered tools. We are going to actually make something like Lovable Clone and whatnot. Do check out the link in the description section below. Get the idea about all the projects that you are going to get and build. This is something that will take you from an absolutely beginner level backend developer to a very advanced level backend engineer altogether. We have received such great testimonies from the last set of batches, and people are actually loving what we have already built, but this time we have made sure that this is bigger and better. So do check out the link in the description section below and use this coupon code to get massive discounts on the current price. And now let's go back to the video.
Okay, so this is what pretty much the question is. The other input that was given was A, Z, X, X, Z, Y. Okay, now in this case, if you basically remove these two out, you get this. And if you remove these two out, you get this. Okay, so the final output in this case will be AY. Right now, the very idea of how you need to solve this question actually comes from the way how we are removing duplicates. Okay, the idea is that we need to have a final string which does not have any duplicate. Okay, so see, whenever you will have a duplicate, it will always be present at the consecutive position, right? So if I am, let's say, iterating over the string A, B, B, A, C, A, right? I am at A. If I am just at A, right? I am at the very first character. Then I am at B, right? So I can only compare B with whatever behind it is, right? To see if there is duplicate or not. No, there is not any duplicate. Okay. So what we need to do is, let's say if I come now over here, I compare the character just behind me, and what I see it, that it is a duplicate. Okay. But I don't want to do this. At the moment I come across a duplicate, I create a new string, right? And then I start iterating over it again and then realize that these are same, and then, okay, I don't want to actually modify the string at each and every step, right? What I want is that if I am at this particular character, I could in an optimized manner check the very last character behind me, right? And then immediately just remove the existence of both of them. Okay, and that is when a data structure like stack comes in very handy. Okay, whenever you have to kind of come across scenarios, always remember when the question sometimes has to say remove duplicates, right, or some consecutive values, usually it's a question that is based on stack. That is a very good pattern to identify a stack question. Okay, now in this case, what will happen is a very good data structure which could easily tell you the very character behind you, compare both of them, and maybe take some decision of kind of removing both of them together, right, is a stack. Okay, so what we are now going to do is we're going to take a stack which is going to be initially empty, right? And then what I am going to do is I am going to have my input string, for example, A, B, A, C, A. Okay, I will check my, this is, let's say, I. Okay, I will check basically the stack is currently empty, right? If the stack is empty, then you should not do anything. Just directly basically push A. Then I is over here, B. Now stack is not empty, right? And B is the current character that I am, and just behind me is A, right? Because that is at the top of the stack. So there is no duplicate, so just add this. Now at this point of time, I is equal to add B. Okay, now in this case, what will happen is the character that I am currently at, S dot char at I or str dot char at I, and the character that is at the top of the stack, both are exactly same. That means the current character and the character just behind it, which is at the top of the stack, are same. So what do you do in that cases? You just remove this character. That's it. And move ahead. Now I have A, and at the top of this stack also I have an A. So just remove this character. Simple. Now I have C, and stack is empty, so just simply add C. No need to check any logic. A. Now stack is not empty, and at the top of the stack I have C. There is no duplication whatsoever, so add it. Okay. Now at the end, what will happen is your stack will have the particular value CA. Okay, now based on different input, there could be different number of elements in the stack. Okay, and the final output needs to be a string. Okay, but I may, in different situations, I may have different numbers of characters in the stack. So what I will do is first I will create a string builder. Okay, and I will basically remove a character from this stack. Okay, so first A will be removed and added to the string builder. Okay, and then once A is removed, then C will be removed and then added to the string builder. Okay, but this is not the answer, right? I am removing something from the stack and then appending it towards the end, right? The final answer is the reversal of this string builder, which is CA. Okay, and this is a string builder. I will basically call the toString method to the string builder, which converts a string builder to a string. Okay, and this is how you will have your final answer. Okay, and this is how you solve the question. Remove adjacent duplicates from the string. The code will actually be very simple. It will simply stack character st is equal to new stack I will create. Okay, and then for int I is equal to 0, I is less than s dot length. I'll go to the entire length. And then if stack is not empty, then something else would happen. But if the stack is empty, just directly push the element to the stack. Okay, don't think of anything else. Now if the stack is not empty, then again you have two possibilities. If the stack is not empty, that means it has something. Again, two possibilities, that the element at the top of the stack is equal to the one which is the current character. If it is, then just pop out the element from the stack. Otherwise, just add that particular element to the stack because there was no duplication. Okay, that is it. Once you come out of the stack will have your final answer. So you do string builder, new string is equal to string builder. Till the time the stack does not become empty, I will basically append in the string builder whatever is popped out from the stack. Okay, in the end what I will do is my string builder will have the final answer but in the reverse order. So I will reverse the string builder, and then if I call toString on that reverse string builder, it will give me the output in the form of string. Okay, so always try to optimize writing your code this way so that you can do more in less number of lines. And this is how you basically get your final answer. Now I hope the question is clear to all of you.